Hello and welcome to another edition of News Showcase. I am Priya, Tamil Nadu's first artificial intelligence news presenter. The Supreme Court has ordered a recount of votes in the election held in January to pick a mayor for the city of Chandigarh. The court said 8 votes declared invalid by the election officer should be included. According to reports, this means the Congress party and its ally AAP will emerge as winners in the poll. Manoj Sonkar of the BJP, who was appointed as mayor, resigned on Sunday after the dispute went before the court. The Supreme Court had said the presiding officer Anil Masi should be prosecuted. The row started after the Congress and its ally said the vote count was rigged, but the BJP denied the charge. To enhance connectivity in Jammu and Kashmir region, Prime Minister Narendra Modi unveiled a new rail route connecting Udhampur, Srinagar and Baramulla. The region also got its first electric train service between Sangaldan and Baramulla. According to the Prime Minister's office, the new services will improve travel, ensure environmental sustainability, and boost the overall economic development of the region. The Prime Minister also declared the start of other projects in the region, said to be worth over 30,000 crore rupees. The projects cover health, education, rail, road, aviation, petroleum, and civic infrastructure. Jammu and Kashmir region is India's globally renowned tourist location, which attracts thousands of holidaymakers who visit to see its snow-covered setting and elegant water bodies. A light rain amid snowfall in parts of Jammu and Kashmir brought cheer to the people of the scenic territory. The pleasant weather comes amid patches of dry spell and a cold wave, which causes the temperature to fluctuate. Rain also brought relief amid concern among farmers waiting to cultivate their crops. On Monday, the weather office said minimum temperature in Srinagar will hit 3 degrees Celsius and the maximum could hover around 8 degrees. Parts of the picturesque Jammu and Kashmir area have been seeing snowfall over the past month after the season arrived weeks later than the usual time. Snowfall and pleasant weather are beneficial for local businesses as they draw tourists and boost the local economy. Protesting farmers in India have said they will resume their march on Delhi on Wednesday after rejecting government proposals to address their demands. The move comes after farmers and the government representatives held their 4th round of talks in Chandigarh. The government had stated that it will purchase cotton, maize and pulses from Punjabi farmers at the minimum support price for the next 5 years. The MSP proposal was also criticized by an umbrella group of farmer unions that is not involved in the present protests. As talks continued, farmers remained camped for several days at various points outside Delhi, reportedly prepared for a long-drawn protest in support of their demands. Authorities have sealed Delhi and set up barricades along key routes to discourage the march. Reports say India's election regulator could announce dates for the country's general election in the second week of next month. According to reports, officials of the Election Commission have started touring the states to inspect final preparations for the polls. The vote to elect the 18th lower house is expected to take place in weeks from now, which will see the appointment of a new prime minister or the re-election of the current one. Security is a major challenge before the planners of India's vast election exercise, and the polls are held in phases to rotate the deployment of security forces to ensure fair and peaceful polls. Reports say, as in 2019, polling could be held in 7 phases in the months of April and May. The 9th Raisina Dialogue, one of India's prominent conferences on geopolitics and geoeconomics, is set to open on Wednesday in New Delhi. Leaders from dozens of countries have been arriving for the event hosted by the Ministry of External Affairs and the Observer Research Foundation. Reports said the Prime Minister of Greece, Kyriakos Mitsotakis, will be the chief guest and deliver the keynote address, which will mark the first high-level bilateral contact between India and Greece in 15 years. Conflicts in Gaza and Ukraine are likely to get broad attention, besides the regions heading for elections, as well as the shifting geopolitical situations and emerging strategic partnerships. The conference is known for bringing together think tanks, academics, national security advisors, ministers, top officials, economists from around the world. India's External Affairs Minister has defended long-standing ties between India and Russia in an interview to a German media outlet. Yashankar told Handelsblatt that Moscow has never hurt the interests of India and that the two countries have a stable and very friendly relationship. According to reports, he said despite Western sanctions on Russia, it sold oil to India at affordable prices, while Middle East countries sold at much higher prices. The minister is in Germany, where he attended a World Summit in Munich. His remarks come ahead of the second anniversary of Russia's invasion of Ukraine, and there are rumors that India was helping end the war, which has seen more than 70,000 deaths so far. The High Court in Calcutta has criticized the West Bengal government for not arresting Sheikh Shahjahan, whose whereabouts are not known, since a mob attacked federal investigators who came to meet him a month ago. Shahjahan, a leader of the governing Trinamool Congress, is based in the village of Sandeshkali, 75 kilometers east of Kolkata, which is tense over the issue amid reports violence. The court said the state government should not protect him and allowed state BJP leader Suvendu Adhikari to visit the village, where authorities ordered restrictions on visitors to prevent the escalation of the situation. Reports also said women in the village complained of sexual violence and land grabbing, which has sharpened attention on the situation there. A draft resolution that the US has sent to the UN Security Council calls for a short-term truce in Gaza. Reports said it has also sent an advisory to Israel against invading the populated city of Rafah. Although President Joe Biden has said similar things in the past, the US has refrained from using the term ceasefire during UN votes on the conflict. Israel has said it will storm the city of Rafah on March 10th if Hamas does not release the Israeli hostages it is holding. After being compelled to seek sanctuary in Rafah, over 1 million Palestinians who are displaced, roughly half of Gaza's population, are jammed into the area. Prior to the war, there were barely 250,000 residents in the southern city, which borders Egypt. According to official statistics, Israel's economy contracted significantly on a more than anticipated scale following the battle with Hamas in Gaza. In the fourth quarter of 2023, the GDP, a crucial indicator of a nation's economic health, decreased by 19% on an annualized basis, which translates to a 5% decrease from October to December. The Central Bureau of Statistics stated that the conflict's start on October 7th directly affected GDP. It said, by year's end, the war had drastically reduced investment, tourism, and spending. Due to a decrease in Palestinian laborers and military call-ups, the construction industry experienced a labor shortage. Government spending also increased by 88%, mostly for war-related costs and compensation for people and companies. Attorneys for WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange are making what may be the last attempt to keep him from being extradited to the US to stand trial for disclosing military secrets. At the two-day hearing at the London High Court, his team is expected to present their case for granting him a complete appeal. That is not guaranteed, and if it is denied, he might be given over in a matter of weeks. Advocates for Assange claim he exposed wrongdoing, but the United States claims Assange endangered lives. Australian by birth, Assange's legal ordeal started in 2010 when WikiLeaks released secret military documents from the Iraq and Afghanistan conflicts. One of them, a video, showed an American helicopter shooting at unarmed people in Baghdad. According to reports, the family of Putin critic Alexei Navalny, who passed away in a Russian prison, has been informed that his remains won't be released for 2 weeks. A spokesman for Navalny said that his mother was told it was being held for chemical analysis. Russian authorities have not confirmed the body's whereabouts, and their repeated attempts to find it have been unsuccessful. Yulia Navalnaya accused Russian President Vladimir Putin of killing her husband in a video released on Monday. She also vowed to keep up his efforts to fight for a free Russia. She further claimed that his body was being held until nerve agent poisoning symptoms were detected. He had collapsed during a walk, and the authorities claimed he had never regained consciousness. A renowned Indian chef prepared a 7,000-kilogram Ram halwa for devotees at the Ram temple in Ayodhya to mark the birth anniversary of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj this week. Chef Vishnu Manohar made the halwa prasad in a giant Hanuman kadai in the courtyard of Ram temple using semolina, desi ghee, pure water and dry fruits. Along with the chef, many devotees were seen adding dry fruits to join the master chef in his culinary endeavor and chanted religious slogans. A devotee who came from the US city of San Francisco said that all Indians living in America should get the prasad or religious food. Since its inauguration in January, the Ram temple has seen devotees stage unusual events to showcase their faith in the Hindu god. Thank you for watching. I am Priya, Tamil Nadu's first artificial intelligence news presenter. Do tune in, same time tomorrow, for a roundup of the latest news and updates in India and around the world.